Welcome to where I find my ships, and today we are going to be getting the Autobahn III, which is the second most expensive ship in all of Starfield that you can find around the galaxy, and we're going to get it for free. Absolutely free, excluding the registration cost. For those that always bring that up, yes, you will have to pay to register the ship if you want to modify it, but you will get it absolutely free if you just want to fly it around, which is pretty cool because it is the second most expensive ship in the game. And what else is cool about the Autobahn III? So the Autobahn III by value is the second most expensive. And if you sort by damage, it is also the second highest damaging ship in the game. It ranks 12th on the shield. It's got a 30-year jump, which puts it up pretty much with every other ship, the highest sort of jump range you can get. The crew is limited to 4, but that's an easy fix. The reactor at 37 is very reasonable, but definitely more of a mid-range for a C-class when compared to the other Class C ships that you can find in the universe. Autobahn has the 9th highest cargo, and it's got the 12th highest hull health. It's pretty remarkable. It's got terrible fuel, but fuel doesn't really matter too much. You easily just upgrade that. But overall, it's a really neat ship to capture and to sell or to use yourself or to upgrade. So it's another very reasonable option, just like the Voyager 3. But again, the Voyager 3 is in its own category. It's definitely the best to upgrade. I've tested this quite a lot, so I'm quite confident this should work for most people. Do note, you're going to get an Autobahn 1, 2, or 3, depending on your level. But you should be able to replicate this on this moon using the save and load trick. This should be a pretty good outcome for most people. It's not a for sure thing, it's not guaranteed, but at least from my testing and from previous comments on other videos, you should be able to get an Autobahn 1, 2, or 3, depending on your level. On the level side of things, Autobahn 1 or the OG Autobahn is available for everyone at the start, so there's no level requirement. So you should be able to get this pretty soon or pretty early on in the game. Autobahn 2 does not appear at your vendors till level 46. You could be looking at a restriction of being a level 46 and above, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get this at, say, level 30 plus, an Autobahn 2 at least. For Autobahn 3, you may need to be a level, say, 50 plus. Autobahn 3 doesn't appear at vendors until you're level 64, but I'm pretty sure you can still get it at level 30, 40, 50, being quite lucky, and you should most definitely get this after level 64. But those are possible restrictions. Still a bit hearsay. I hear people getting the Autobahn 2 and 3s at lower levels, so it seems like it can happen. It just might be a lot rarer. The drops seem to increase. The Mark 2 and 3 spawning of ships will increase as your level increases. They will become more common the higher level you are. Quickly, what you're going to need now to make this simple, definitely get your pilot rank 4 just so you can take over any Class C ships. You will get you're not authorized to pilot this ship if you don't have the appropriate piloting rank. Make sure you also have security rank 1 so you can hack into the advanced locks that's sometimes required to get into ships that have landed. And since you're going to have to unlock the main hatch, you're going to need a digipick. So bring a couple with you. It's always good to have these on you. Okay, so whereabouts are you going to find the Autobahn 1, 2, or 3? Well, you're going to head to Serpentis, same place where we were finding the Vista 2 or Vista 3 for some of you lucky guns. And we're going to head back to good old faithful Serpentis 5D. And we're also going to be targeting the crater regions. These are the areas that we want to focus on. You can try the other mountains or hills. I don't know if it particularly matters, but me, I've just been sticking to craters. So if you get this unexplored route displayed, all you got to do is just travel to the orbit of that system or just travel to the system. Don't worry about actually selecting a planet, and that will fix that. I don't know why that happens. The other thing to note is that you're going to be able to find the Autobahn on pretty much any of the moons in the Serpentis system. I have had no troubles finding this everywhere in this system, so you have a good chance. You can always jump from moon to moon, see if you get those spawns. I got it straight away as I landed on another moon just after I'd only just spawned another one, so it's super common. The biggest caveat to all of this is if you have Guardians spawning, you're going to have a lot of trouble being able to spawn any Class C ships or any good Class C ships. For me, as soon as I got up to the part of the main story quest where Guardians were spawning, completely mucked up all my ship spawns across the universe. So just note, unfortunately, if you are having issues and you're not getting ships to spawn, it's because you're up to that part of the campaign where Guardians are. Only way I could fix it is by finishing the game and going to a New Game Plus, which has completely fixed it for me. And in New Game Plus, I'm staying the hell away from going into the main campaign where the Guardian ships start to spawn. Okay, so how to set this up. So we'll go to gameplay. All the Autobahns I've been finding, I've been on very hard. but that shouldn't matter. I've done some testing on very easy, and the Autobahn's still quite a frequent ship to see, so the difficulty, don't think it matters too much in this case. But what's important here is that we want to have save on travel on, just so when we land and exit base ship, we will get that auto save, and that's critical to do the save and reload trick effectively. So with the save set, we want to land on Serpentis VD or any other moon in Serpentis. We want to land on a crater. So we'll note that as soon as we exit the ship, we're going to get that auto save. So that's really important to get that auto save. So we'll have a look around. Did we get the noise? We got the noise. Did we get the right ship? No. We got a Space Hyena Mark III. Not a bad ship. You could definitely take that as well. So we'll go back to load the last auto save. We'll load that up and then see if we have any better luck. Did we get any better luck? No, we didn't. We got another ship that we're not interested in. So once again, we'll go back to the autosave. We'll load it up and see if we've got the correct ship. And on the third time, we got the correct ship. We got the Autobahn. Autobahn's very distinct. Got the two engines on one side. And sweet. Okay, so that's perfect. Now that we've been able to spawn the Autobahn 3, there's going to be two scenarios to get this. So the first scenario is the easiest, and that's the one you want because that just makes it very, very simple. And that is the scenario when the Autobahn lands and there's, say, 3 NPCs walking around looking for parts or something around about that. But that's perfect because all you need to do in that scenario is walk up to the front hatch, unlock it using your advanced rank 1 security perk, and that digipick, as mentioned earlier, you just stroll right in, walk into the pilot seat, take it. And there's no bounty, nothing, no repercussions. Just take off, bing, bada, boom, it's yours. So we won't focus too much on that. We're going to focus on the second scenario, and that's where this tutorial will help because that's the main one that I come across, and it's probably the same for you. Before we get on to scenario 2, a really good tip is just to always save your game or before you get near the ship, just so you can always come back to that point. Now, scenario 2 for the Autobahn 1, 2, or 3 is when it lands, there'll be no crew outside. So if you see that there's no crew outside, that means it's going to be a smuggler's ship, usually a freestyle version. In that scenario, you can walk straight onto the Autobahn. You'll notice that there's crew members around. And what we want to do is we do not want to kill anyone or shoot anyone. We want to go up to the cockpit and talk to the captain. What we're going to do here is we're going to talk to the captain in a way that is going to make the NPCs attack us. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, there's 2 dialogue paths that you can pick. You can initially go, I think you've got me mistaken from someone else the first time. You'll say, get off my ship. And then once you talk to her again, is basically going to say, are you ready to take the package? And then that's when you say you've got the wrong person, and that will trigger her to attack you. So the second dialogue path is you talk to the captain, you choose one of the lie options. It doesn't matter, either the lie options are fine. And then when you get the next chance, you say, actually, you've got the wrong person. And again, that will cause her to say they're going to have to kill you. And then all the NPCs will attack you, which means no bounty. So by doing it this way and getting the NPCs to attack you, you won't get any bounty. And what I do to double make sure that I don't get any bounties is every now and then you might get the odd bounty when the NPCs are running away cowering, is I always make sure that the NPCs attack me first and then I'll take them down. That way I never get a bounty. I also stay away from using guns with annihilator rounds just in case. And once you've done that, so you've let the crew attack you, you've killed the whole crew, we'll go up to the pilot seat and we still won't be able to fly the bloody thing. But that's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to run outside, we're going to chuck down an outpost, and then we're going to quickly travel to another planet or moon within the same system. And then we're going to travel back to our outpost, jump back onto the Autobahn. And if it's worked, we won't see any bodies on the Autobahn. So the crew we just destroyed, they won't be on the Autobahn anymore. Now, technically, you don't need to drop an outpost. You can just land where you originally land if you're close by to the Autobahn ship. But if you're in a tricky spot, if you can't get back to your ship's landing zone easily, just drop an outpost. This will make it easier. Now, one of the most common problems you're going to find is that you think you've killed all the crew, but the crew members are not all dead. So you're going to return and you're going to see that there's some bodies on the ground. You know now that it has not worked and there's still a crew member around. So somehow this guy evaded me completely, but I was able to take him out. But now I'm very sure that there's no crew members left on this ship at all. So I'm going to fly to another planet or moon within the same system. And then I'm going to travel right back to this location where the ship is. And then I'll have no problems piloting this ship. The other thing that can happen is you've just dropped down your outpost, you've gone to another planet or moon in the same system, you've come back and the bodies are still there. That's fine. All you need to do is just repeat that same process, visit another moon or planet within the same system. You can even go to an outside system and then come right back and head back to the ship and the bodies will be gone. And the last issue you'll encounter is if you come back to your outpost and the ship looks like this, like it hasn't rendered in properly, you're gonna have a bad time. You probably won't be able to access this ship. You can try reload by going to another planet or moon, coming back. The ship will be in its better full form. It will render correctly, but then the ship becomes inaccessible. You'll go up to the door and it'll say this ship's inaccessible. So there are some scenarios where you won't be able to come back and actually access the ship, and this is the one I found. Otherwise, that covers it. That's how you get the Autobahn 3, 2 or 1 absolutely free. If you want to register it, you're looking around anywhere between say 60 to say 70,000 credits, but for me it was 66,000 credits to register this ship. Not too bad considering the value of this ship. So thank you very much for watching. If you got anything out of this, please like and subscribe. I'm going to leave you just with a little outro with the different value of the freestyle Autobahn Mark III with the different commerce perks, just so you can see what the value difference is. Anyway, I hope you got something out of this. Peace. Catch ya.